them explain why we should dismantle that model. But at the very moment, we get involved in a discussion exclusively about migration, nation state, European identity. We are already on the turf of the right-wing populists. I think we should decide on what we want to focus on, where we think the real problems lie. The right-wing populist arguments are outdated and, frankly speaking, very boring. They do nothing for actually solving problems, such as challenges of climate change. They're not only distracting us, they're wasting our time, and they don't even show up in person. As Europeans, we need to show pride in institutions that exist because of what we've learned from the past. But it's true that many citizens don't relate to these institutions and often don't understand what they stand for. The word institution alone isn't much fun to pronounce, let alone to sing or scream. I've never heard a pop song with a hook line featuring the word institution. Or have you ever seen anyone with a tattoo of the word institution?
I don't understand what this is here. See, this is what happens. Liberals and leftists, they hate, they really disdain institutions because they think that those are firm, that they're not malleable, that they won't change. They're entrenched in their ideas. So she's talking about, I never heard the word, it's hard to pronounce. It's hard to pronounce. What the hell is she talking about? It was never in a song. It was never in a rap song. It was never a tattoo. Nobody ever put the word institution on their body. Wow. That's why we don't need institutions. That's why we need to change them. We need to liberalize them. We need to leftize them. We need to socialize them. We need to, basically change them completely from where they were before to something completely that they don't look like when they initially started. That's what this lady is talking about, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I agree, and I'm fully aware here lies a lot of work that we need to do and must not neglect, because politics needs to speak directly to people's hearts and minds. But populists don't have a monopoly on emotions. Liberalism is based on emotions too. It's based on the profound belief that freedom and equal rights are necessary for any society to prosper as a whole. We need a new generation of people who want to appropriate this project, who see the misgivings, the holes in the walls, the ditches, but who foremost also see the strong fundament of this home called Europe, who see how much light enters through its windows, how well it was placed, how beautiful and fruitful its garden is, how much thinking has...
Only because the United States of America and what it did in World War I and World War II saved the derriere of Europe and all those other countries, surrounding it, honey. Okay, I know that this is about, the Forum on European Culture, but let me tell you, folks, if it wasn't for the United States of America entering into World War II, there would be no such thing as European culture. It would all be pretty much, it would all be fascist and Nazi Germany culture. That's exactly what would have happened. And probably Russian culture throughout as well. And then let's not forget the Japanese too, folks. Let's not forget Japanese culture probably would have popped into Europe, just as well.
Gone into it, how hard it was attacked and is still standing, how pointless it would be to tear it down. There is no other place on this planet that will provide us with the freedom and responsibility and possibilities that we are used as Europeans.
Again, you got to put America in there, honey. I'm sorry. I know this talk is about Europe, but it's just secondary. The most freest place on earth, the most capitalistic place on earth, the best place on earth for human beings, and they are continually trying to come. It's the United States of America. They're not going to Europe. They're not going to the Middle East. They're not going to, the Nordic countries. They're not going to Russia. They're not going to Australia. No, they're not even going to UK. They're not going to Switzerland or anywhere else. They're coming to America because that is the land of the free and of the opportunity that everybody is seeking for to better themselves and their family. End of story, period. No, there's no question about that. I just won the debate right there.
If we give this up, we will be homeless. If we invest in it, the future is ours. For now, we need to be bigger than what we are. A bit like the sprinter Usain Bolt, whose trick was to envision the finish line at the 110 meters. That's how he ran the 100 meters faster than anyone else, breaking all the records. Thomas Jefferson said, and I paraphrase here, "The price of liberty is eternal vigilance." And here let me come to my last piece of argument. Liberty is not a given. Liberty asks us to accept the responsibility that comes with it. And that's where the battle lies. I think serious Democrats across Europe have the responsibility to ensure that the vast majority of citizens understand and connect emotionally to what truly protects them: liberal institutions. Liberal institutions, unlike dictators, don't defend themselves. That's why they're liberal.
Most of the dictators that she's talking about or not talking about, they all came from very liberal institutions. That's where they came from.
They need to be defended by us, the people. We all, as citizens of Europe, have to be defenders and thereby the providers of future prosperity and freedom. In a best case scenario, this should be fun, not only a burden. Believe me, and it can be. So I say, welcome to Europe. You've been here all along. Thank you so much.
So she finished up her statement. At the very end, she uses a quote from Thomas Jefferson, which I find kind of strange, since she was basically talking about that, Europe is the best place on earth. And listen, I understand. She has an opinion, it's wrong. But, she's from Switzerland, and I would imagine it's like anybody else that's from their country would basically say that their country is the best. And listen, I'm the first person to go ahead and tout nationalism on a level that you want what's best for your country first, period. If there's a policy, if you're making laws for people that are there, the first thing is that you make those laws, you make those policies for people that are living in that country, for citizens of that country first. And then after that, you're looking at what's happening, to the guests of that country, to immigrants, to those that are there legally, and then you look at those that are there illegally. I'm not saying that those illegals don't have rights, but they do not have the same rights, exactly the same rights, as do the citizens and people that are there, because they were the ones that made the compact between themselves and the government to basically say, this is what we want to do. We want to be here. We want to stay here. They lived the amount of years needed. They came here in a legal manner. They decided to assimilate. And now they want to be a part of that compact. They want to be a part of that contract as well, of like-minded people. They may have their differences and other things, but they still have something that they're mutually talking about, saying, we want to be a part of something. And for those people, first and foremost, as I talk about, those laws and policies and rules, they must be made for the citizens of that country and for the people that live in that country first, and what's best for the people of that country. And then you worry about everybody else. Once you have enough bread and water and nourishment and everything for yourself and your family, then you can decide and say, do I have enough to give outside? But if you don't help your family first, if you don't be able to feed your family, protect your family, shelter your family, work for your family, if you can't do that for your family and yourself first, how in the hell are you going to be able to do it for others? It's just not going to happen. Anyways, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. This has been part 4 of the debate between Douglas Murray and Flavia Kleiner. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, like, share, and follow us. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And my final thought is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.